is Grace Gude, and this is my final internship presentation. So let's get started. I was very fortunate to find such a great company to intern for, as I've already learned so much in the few short months that I've been with Central Texas Farm Credit. It's a member-owned cooperative that specializes in farm and ranch loans, agribusiness loans, lines of credit, and recreational property loans. For over 100 years, Central Texas Farm Credit has provided credit and financing to farmers, ranchers, and rural property owners while giving back to their borrowers through patronage refunds, which I thought was a pretty neat thing. The association is a member of the Farm Credit System, which is known as the largest provider of credit to the agricultural industry in America. Central Texas Farm Credit is the parent company for Central Texas Land Bank and Central Texas that are two wholly owned entities. However, all financial information from these two places ends up falling under Central Texas Farm Credit. It was confusing for me to learn at first, but I now know that the Central Texas Land Bank, often referred to as FLICA, deals with all the long-term real estate loans. Central Texas is referred to as the PCA, and these loans typically tend to be secured by equipment, livestock, and other kinds of non-real estate collateral. The association has 7 offices in Central and West Texas, located in Early, Comanche, Brady, San Saba, Coleman, San Angelo, and Haskell. Throughout my internship, I've worked in the Coleman office. Central Texas Farm Credit provides services to over 19 counties that include Baylor, Brown, Callahan, Coleman, Comanche, Coke, Concho, Haskell, Irion, Jones, Knox, McCulloch, Menard, Mills, Reagan, Runnels, San Saba, Sterling, and Tom Green County. I was told from the very beginning that the association wanted me to get experience from each department that plays a role in the loan life cycle. The loan process includes a loan application, credit analysis, collateral evaluation, title examination, closing documents prepared, the closing documents are signed, loan is funded, and then the loan is closed. I've gotten the opportunity to work with each department at our association, and it's made a world of difference in how I can better understand just the entire loan process. The first major activity I got to be a part of was attending a loan closing with our loan officer and the borrowers in Coleman, Texas at the title company. The loan officer and the borrowers both had to sign documents to legalize the transaction, which legally required the borrower to repay the loan. And this picture right here is just a closing cost fee sheet. This just kind of gives the borrower an idea of where these closing costs are going to. Beforehand, our loan closers put together the loan closing documents that were to be brought to the closing and signed, initialed, and dated before the association could release any funds. I helped go through the loan closing documents and highlighted where the loan officer and borrowers needed to sign, initial, and date just to make sure that we could move forward after we met. I also went through the loan officer checklist to make sure all the documents were there in the packet. I was excited to get to go along to this loan closing, and it happened just within my very first week of the internship. I learned about the different kinds of interest rates a borrower can choose while at the closing. The loan closing went very smoothly, and the funds were soon released to the borrower. These documents pictured are an excellent guide for the credit analyst to look at because it tells them exactly what documents are required and what steps they must take to make sure that the loan advances correctly. When I took college algebra, I did not realize how much it would help me in the future. Not only did I use basic math while at my internship, but the problem-solving skills I gained from college algebra helped me tackle tasks listed on these documents with our credit analyst. This table in our office was where we kept many of the loans that we were still working on or loans that were soon to close. I helped our loan officers and our credit analysts scan and copy thousands of documents to the common drive that is shared between all the branches. I got to go with the collateral evaluation team to evaluate and inspect land, livestock, and equipment that's put up for collateral. There are a lot of factors that go into play when going out onto an evaluation, such as staying up to date on livestock and equipment prices or using other similar land sales to evaluate a piece of land. The collateral team uses specific websites to look at cattle prices, tractor prices, and much more just to give an accurate market value for what things are going for. They also use local real estate offices to get land sales to find the market value of the land in that area. So these pictures are from an inspection that I went on in Brown County. It had a really cool cabin with an amazing view and 200 acres of land used primarily for hunting purposes. It was my job to get dimensions of any dwelling or barn that was on that property. I had the opportunity to see a lot of land and livestock in various counties in Central and West Texas. One thing I took away from the experience is that it's critical to make a thorough inspection of the land and be on the lookout for any potential environmental hazards. After an evaluation report is conducted to give an unbiased opinion on the market value of the land, livestock, or equipment. The valuation of the collateral is important to both the borrower and our association. The borrower always wants a higher reported value, but we try our best to give an accurate report value. The head collateral evaluator let me help him write several of these reports, as well as look up the market values for land, livestock, and equipment. The knowledge I gained from general animal science in college has proven beneficial to me at my internship. The collateral team makes sure to include in the report what kind of hay or forages are on the land, and the species and breeds of livestock that are there. The senior collateral evaluator would question me on what kind of grain was in the field or what kind of breed we were inspecting. For the most part, I answered his questions correctly, and he remarked that my knowledge from animal science will not only help me write a thorough collateral report, but will allow me to interact with our borrowers on a level that many cannot. This course has not only given me the knowledge to help further my career in the ag industry, but I can take what I've learned from animal science and educate others who have never been exposed to agriculture. The problem-solving skills I learned in college algebra are irreplaceable and have allowed me to face challenges with new perspectives. Furthermore, the analytical skill set I learned in the course has helped me in my internship and will continue to prove helpful in my career. When I was working on sales reports for the collateral team, I had to go to county appraisal district websites to gather legal information. I would analyze the information I had to collect and map the tract out. Even with the legal description, I sometimes would not find the tract. I then had to problem solve and come up with other ways to figure out exactly where the tract was that I needed to map out. Sometimes it took me 10 tries before I finally figured out the correct way, but nonetheless, it was done the right way. I sent out many release forms for our customer service representative. For each borrower that had paid off their loan, I went through their file and pulled their stock card, security agreement, title policy, deed of trust, promissory note, and evaluation report, then scanned them to our hub to have permanently on record. I put the original documents and release form in envelopes to be mailed out. Afterwards, I put the borrower's file in our vault for safekeeping. This sounds simple, but it can take a while to complete when there are hundreds of documents to look through. Our company is trying to move more towards paperless files in the office. And this is just a picture of the vault at our Coleman office. You can kind of see that it's being used for storage, but they're storing a lot of the paid off loans in the vault. I also helped the customer service representative file insurance policies and shred the policies that were more than 2 years old. She had me go through our filing cabinets and pull old loan files that were over 10 years old and box them up. As I mentioned, we are trying to move more towards paperless, but we were told to wait for the chief credit officer to decide what to do with these old files. When working in the office, it was my duty to help answer phone calls. I utilized the public speaking skills I gained from the public speaking course I took while in college. Although it was nerve-wracking at first to answer the phone when I knew little of what the borrower was asking, I soon found that the more phone calls I took, the more confident I became to assist the caller. The Coleman office where I interned had a great group of people to work with that made the entire experience a fun one. This is the customer service representative and I, dressed up on Halloween as Alice in Wonderland. My internship experience at Central Texas Farm Credit has not only ignited my passion for working directly with farmers and ranchers, but it's allowed me to offer loan products and services that meet the borrower's agriculture and rural financing needs. As a result, I've developed interpersonal skills, time management and organization skills, become more tech savvy, and am more adaptable to meet changing customer demands. This internship has most definitely prepared me to start a career, and I believe that career will begin at Central Texas Farm Credit. I'm thrilled to say that the CEO has spoken with me, and he does not want me looking for another job because they want me to offer a position at Central Texas Farm Credit. Mr. Chambers has not yet told me the position that I'll have after my internship, but I'm grateful to be a part of the Central Texas Farm Credit family. Thank you.